Hello everybody, I'm Captain JK. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 10 worst airports that I've been to for the last 26 years of my flight career. 5 different items have been considered to make this list. They are terminal conditions, facilities like runways, taxiways, or ramp areas, and ATC, air traffic controller service, and flight procedures, and weather-related issues. Finally, personal preference for layover. Every airport is given the score out of 10 for each items. So the total score will be something out of 50. These 10 airports got less than half the total score. That's why I introduced these 10 airports as worst airports. Okay, without further ado, let's see what we got. Okay, number 10, JEJU International Airport, JEJU Island, South Korea. Terminal, runways, taxiways are no issue. The only problem for this airport is wind. Wind here is not only just strong, but also very tricky. This is all about the location of the airport. It's too close to Hala Mountain. I remember one of the foreign captains said that JEJU is a magic island. Island itself is magically beautiful, but wind here is magically horrible. Okay, number 9, Charles de Gaulle International, or Charles de Gaulle International, Paris, France. This airport is one of the busiest airports in the world, but structure of taxiways and ramp area are not simple. In some taxiways, the signboards are not properly located so that the pilots can understandably confused or even miss one. But while staying there, lots of places to go for shopping, sightseeing, food, and all that. Without item number 5, the rank of this airport would have been worse. Number 8, Manchester International. This is the Manchester of Manchester United, which you know of. Tottenham, Son Heung-min. He has got a golden boot this season. Wow, unbelievable, right? Congratulations, Sony and Tottenham fans. Well done. What was I? Manchester, okay. Runway in Manchester. There's a pretty big hump in the touchdown zone, which makes pilots uncomfortable to land. And taxiways, chaos, super confusing. Most of the taxiways there are not aligned with one another. I really don't know how it came about. Okay, number 7, NARITA International Airport, Tokyo, Japan. They have 2 separate runways, but one of them is very short. And taxiways, they are so complicated, like a spider web. If you're coming in at night, you've got to be very careful. Weather, always bumpy. On the approach path, it's really difficult to land. You know, there was a heartbreaking accident in March 2009. I guess most of you might have seen that on TV already. Yeah, right. FedEx flight coming into runway 34 crashed during landing. But ATC, air traffic controllers in Japan, they are arguably one of the best in the world, I think. Though their English is not perfect, They're very kind and always ready to help pilots. Number 6, Malé International Airport. Malé, Maldives, beautiful islands. Facilities, no taxiways at all, only runway. Very narrow ramp area for wide-body aircraft. They have only single runway with 180 back pads at the end. What I mean by that is, for every takeoff and landing, I have to make U-turn at the end of the runway. It's kind of stressful. Weather, sometimes heavy thunderstorm passes by. I happened to be landing while it was passing by. Strong wind, heavy rain, after landing, full of water all over the ground. It was just a mess. But I can have long stay there. And there are over 1,000 beautiful islands. It's perfect to be relaxed. Okay, number 5, Mumbai, India. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaji International. Okay, again. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport. This is second busiest airport in India in terms of total international passenger traffic. Before 2014, the terminal was like ramshackle. Immigration, ATC, everything there was just a nightmare. It's been like 6 or 7 years since they inaugurated new terminal. New one is splendid, but I think it's little too huge. Takes too much time to the gates. Anyway, I used to go out to downtown Mumbai for fun when I was first officer, but I'm kind of hesitant to recommend you to go out. I leave it up to your imagination. Number 4, BAIYUN International Airport, Guangzhou, China. Always extremely busy, lots of delays. ATCs, air traffic controllers, they're sometimes very annoying. Interestingly, here in China, the communication between Chinese pilots and ATC only in Chinese. So, foreign pilots just have to wait without knowing what is going on. Even if you asked why, they would have said the same word, stand by. In summer season, this airport sometimes turns into like hell. Lots of thunderstorm clouds are produced around this airport. One day I departed from there and I was totally surrounded by thunderstorm clouds. Nowhere to escape. I was thinking like, I'm not gonna die here. Now, number 3, Sheremetyevo International Airport, Moscow, Russia. Terminal, it's a very long, narrow structure. It's always crowded with people and long waiting for immigration. Sometimes local people just cut into the queue, but nobody cares. It's very busy. ATCs are not very friendly here. And runway surfaces are rough. Weather, very cold. Lots of snow in winter. And the airport is far from the downtown. One day, I don't know when it was, but I was stuck in the downtown with heavy snow until midnight. Back then, private taxi was the only option to come back to a hotel. Number 2, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, King Abdulaziz International Airport. This airport is huge. Terminals, also huge. The lounges, especially for VIPs, are surprisingly superb. But long waiting again for immigration, even for the crew. Staffs are sometimes arrogant, not friendly at all. Back in 2015, I and whole crew were stuck in the terminal for immigration. But we were totally exhausted because the flight was already delayed more than 3 hours at transit stop. That was also Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. After 2 hours, we were barely able to take the bus back to hotel. I really hated the way they treated us. Here's major problem. Almost nowhere to go during stay, and alcohol is strictly prohibited. Forget about real beers. Finally, number 1, BUYANT UKHAA International. Not familiar, right? Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Actually, it had been Genghis Khan International Airport until it was replaced by a whole new airport last year. Runway at this airport is single directional, which means one way in and one way out, just like this. There are mountains right next to the end of the runway that made lots of flights be delayed or canceled. And very high sloped, very difficult to land. Arrival procedure is not easy and lots of snow. Plus, extremely cold in winter. In terms of cold, Moscow is no match for this airport. Okay, so I've gone through the top 10 worst airport in the world. As I showed you earlier, this is not the absolute list, but it's only about personal preferences. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.